These walls have witnessed the flood. Moreover, it was the flood that brought them down. We can see this by the direction in which the multi-ton blocks lie scattered. This opinion is quite popular amongst alternative historians, because if not the flood, then what? Ballistic missiles or some even more powerful weapon? After all, the blocks we see here are of an absolutely insane weight and size. Let's take a look at this 80-ton giant. It weighs as much as this Caterpillar D11 bulldozer without its blade, or an adult white whale. Do you think the Spanish conquistadors or an earthquake could topple these solid monoliths? I don't think so. A massive wave of water that swept over the mountain from above could have toppled even these giants with its rapid downward force. To me, this version seems quite plausible. And what about you? The largest stones here are made of pink rhyolite, which is similar to granite in its characteristics. Its density is from 6 to 7 on the Mohs scale, just like granite. These giants were delivered to the mountainside from a quarry located over there, on the opposite side of the valley. Right now, we are standing near an outcrop of rhyolite, where these massive stones were extracted. And over there, in the distance, 5 kilometers away, lies Ollantaytambo. At the bottom of the valley flows the fast-moving Urubamba River, across which the stones were ferried before being hauled up the mountain. How this was accomplished remains a great mystery. It would be fascinating to explore the riverbed. Perhaps remnants of an ancient bridge capable of supporting such immense weight could be found. Or could it be that the river itself formed after the flood? The so-called tired stones lie on the way from the quarry to the complex, weighing 50 and even more tons. The Peruvian historian Garcilaso de la Vega described in his book Comentarios Reales de los Incas that one of the Inca leaders, wanting to strengthen his authority, gathered 20,000 men and ordered them to raise one of these tired stones up the mountain. The story ended tragically. A huge rock fell and thousands of Incas died. Even now, the local authorities cannot remove one of the tired stones blocking half of the road. The quality of processing ancient blocks is truly impressive. It's completely incompatible with what the Incas did. That's more in line with machine work. Polygonal masonry strikes with perfect joints and the absence of any stone solution. The mighty walls of the citadel Ollantaytambo are capable of capturing anyone's curiosity. They are assembled from immense blocks which sometimes reach tens of tons, but are adjusted to each other with amazing accuracy, despite not only rectangular but also other bizarre forms. Even more spectacular are the blocks that form the lining of the central platform and reach about 4 meters in height. And all of this on the top of the winding terraces, which are difficult to reach even without extra loading. The architects used the logic of deviations from standards. There is no unification of blocks, they are all different sizes. This type of masonry gives significantly good seismic resistance. I hope you noticed that most of the masonry was indeed constructed by the Incas or even more recent restorers. However, the largest stones were clearly placed by someone who had advanced technology, perhaps even more advanced than we have today. No less curious are the terraces of the Sacsayhuaman complex, located 40 kilometers to the southwest. Its massive blocks spark endless debates and controversies about the technology used to create them. I will definitely make a video about this in the future. For now, I just want to show you the largest stone of Sacsayhuaman and breathtaking aerial view of the complex. Isn't it impressive? In neighboring Bolivia, there is another mysterious complex, Pumapunku, featuring giant H-shaped blocks and other precise geometric shapes. It almost seems like part of a space station where some military equipment or computers could have been mounted onto these stone supports. In general, the region of Peru and Bolivia is an extraordinary place for all lovers of truly ancient structures. Looking at the graceful shapes of buildings, the perfect joints of blocks and the smooth shapes of the cutouts, you realize that there is no sense to talk about primitive technologies. It's more like rock-cutting advanced industry. Even many of the locals claim that most of the buildings in Peru were built by a civilization that existed 10,000 years ago. To make sure of it, it is only necessary to look at a giant megalithic gate or Zaxoeman complex, Machu Picchu, storing examples of insane stone processing techniques. The stones and rocks here are cut in completely random directions. Complex Kenko and Kenko 2, which resembles a scientific base or radar station. A 12-corner stone, a double staircase, all this is simply incredible. It seems that such designs were molded as if from clay. Very high-tech tools, such as circular saw blades, tools with fine diamond dust, water jet cutter, laser, and even technologies unknown to us today could have been used. This year I'm going to release a big documentary about the ancient buildings of this region, so subscribe and see you next Friday at Ancient Builders channel.